There we go. Okay, so welcome everybody. It is the Thursday afternoon production call. Um, this is going to be about an hour-long call. We're going to cover a couple of things here for y'all. We also have a special guest from UHL, so please, take notes and be really intentional. The topic for the call is, get Digi with it. If y'all were on the national call yesterday, kind of went over a bunch of the digital products that Symmetry is really kind of pushing for. And so we're going to learn about what UHL has to offer. We're going to start with kind of understanding the why and how we can dig into what your client's needs are. And then we'll transition into Peter from UHL. He will kind of give us a breakdown on how we can utilize UHL to help our clients. Also, Joe always says this, so I always forget to say it, but if anything that we, cover here on the call does help you with your production, please post on Band. We are a community. We learn and grow together. This background is making my hair disappear. Okay. We learn and grow together. So that's the only way, right? We can continue to grow. Let us know what helped you, and then we can continue to grow and, utilize these digital products together. I'm turning this background off. It's doing my hair dirty. Wait 1 second now. Okay, there we go. I have hair. Awesome. So understanding the why, right? So in the appointment, it's not just our goal to sell to a client, right? We really got to dig in and find what their specific need is. Whether that's, a critical period policy, a full payoff, or anything in between, like, right, partial or anything. Not every single client is this, or not every two clients are the same. Every single person is different, and their financial situation is different. So we can always start out, when we're in the appointment, start from the beginning. When you're building that rapport, make sure you're asking really intentional questions, right? Who are we looking at coverage for? Who would be your beneficiary? And then when we're asking about their family, the reason we're asking about it is because we're asking, hey, who might be nearby? Are your kids nearby? What's kind of their situation, right? So that way we can better understand how we can help serve them. Let's see here. Making sure that Peter can get in here. So we really want to make sure we can understand how we can best serve them, right? So if it's a critical period client, really digging into what that means for their family when they pass. Right? So if their family is going to keep the home, are we buying them time to make that transition? Is their family going to sell the home? Are we buying that time to be able to get the top dollar out of it? Every client is a little bit different. Sorry, making sure he's not having an issue getting on. Every client's a little bit different, and asking the why questions, those hard quality questions that are on page 5 of the real script, are really going to help you dig in and see, what that client's need is. And if it's something different than what you prepped for that client, call your upline and be like, hey, this is their situation. What should we go to next? Right? So really digging in, asking, hey, what would your children do with the home? Okay. And then financially, what does it look like for them, right? Say it's a husband, wife, and one of their incomes is gone. How does that make the other person feel? With UHL, they have a variety of different products. They can cover anybody from, I believe, 20 years old all the way up to 75. So there's a lot of impact that we can make with a family. Text Peter, make sure he's hopping in.
Peter coming on?
Yeah, I'm just texting. I'm like, where are you? You're not in the hallway. But UHL, he's going to hop in and give us kind of a breakdown. And then the different products, the digital products, we're going to go through how to find them in Navigator. And he's going to kind of go over some of the initial underwriting for us. Okay, he said he's wrapping up another meeting, but he will be here shortly. So first, right, I'm going to kind of go through how to get to Navigator, and then we'll kind of have some mock clients in there ready for when Peter comes in. Okay, can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, sweet, thank you. Awesome. So if we're in HQ, Navigator is going to be where we find all of our digital products. So I call it the waffle. Some people just call it like the grid or something. But if you click here in the waffle, you go to Navigator. It's right here. And hopefully it doesn't yell at me because I have it open twice. It might prompt you to log in. If it does, we'll use the Quility SSO to log in. And this will bring you right to your dashboard. So right here is just kind of going to give you a summary of any applications or quotes that you've started, give you a chance to, pick up where you left off or things like that. And here is going to be a list of the clients you already have. And then here's where you'll quote. So we'll make a couple of sample clients. Someone unmute, give me a fake name to put it here.
Mike Molasses.
Mike Molasses. And let's say Mike is, 41 this year. All right, so we'll create that client. And then in here, you get to choose. So UHL is a whole life product. So we'll go final expense. We'll choose our state. We'll put in an ideal face amount. And then hit personalized quote. We get to go through, say Mike is 5'8", because that's like average for men. 185. Say he's a non-smoker. And y'all don't be afraid to unmute. Give me a health condition that Mike has.
Mike has
diabetes.
Oh, Mike really does have diabetes. We both said that.
Diabetes. Okay. And insulin, let's say no. He is under 50, but he's never used insulin. And let's say that he has none of these. Oh, hang on. That's not what I want to do. There we go. All right, another health condition that Mike has. Someone with
COPD.
COPD. I like it. Let's say they were diagnosed between 2 to 5 years ago. And hopefully they're not a felon or don't have DUIs. So we're going to say no to those. So here it'll give us, right, a couple of options. We will go down to UHL. Oh, wait, hang on. Outside of face limits. Oh, the COPD. Got it. So we can adjust, right? Good thing about Navigator. We can adjust to find what makes sense for the client. So UHL right here. It's the Quility Secure Future Complete is the name of the product. It covers 4 different varieties of their product. So we'll click this and we'll hit apply. And Pete's going to come in here and kind of show us the rest of this. But this way we have the client at least saved. So if you ever need to get stopped midway with a client in Navigator, you can go back to quote and apply and it saves their info. You just hit resume right here. All right, let's make another client. Someone else give me a name.
Deborah Sample.
Say it again.
Deborah Sample.
Deborah, what's the last name? Sandville?
Sample.
Okay. And
Like
let's
sample lead.
say it again.
Like a sample lead?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
But
sample. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I'm
Jeff.
pretty drunk, so I'm slurring right now. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Let's say she was born in February. How long ago was 72 years ago? Anybody know off the top of their head?
52.
That doesn't sound right. 50. Wait, I'm just going to default Alabama because it's the top one and it won't yell at me for trying to quote. Let's say Deborah needs just 5,000 because she just needs maybe, oh, that's not what I put there. Just 6 months of equity protection. Oh, that's why. Okay. We'll hit personalized quote. Now let's see. Let's say Deborah is 5'2" and 150. Let's say she is a smoker and she smokes cigarettes. Say diabetes, not insulin. And let's say she has nothing else but the diabetes. So again, Navigator will give you all of the options that they qualify for at the top. And we're going to choose UHL. We're going to hit apply. Okay, same thing. It says she should qualify for the express issue. We'll let Pete explain that to us. Someone give me a, let's see, Bob Ross, just because. Let's say Bob is born 20 years ago, 2006.
All you need to do is now or your car breaks down.
Anybody have any questions about this part in Navigator? Feel free to
So
unmute.
you're doing this all
No.
while you're on the phone with the client?
Yep.
Sorry,
Okay.
say that again.
You're doing this all while you're on the phone with the client.
Yeah, so this is how you get to the application. Ideally, you would have already had a good idea of what you're going to quote and show them, and you would have already gone over numbers.
Right.
But yeah, this is just how you start the application, right? So say you're in the appointment, you're asking them, you've already got all their health issues or health concerns. Hang on. So you're going through all of this and just reconfirming everything with them, like, great, I got your height 5'1", you said you're about 120. You said you're not a smoker, never have, nothing major as far as health. And then you'll read everything that's on these lists, right? So in the past 10 years, has the proposed insured had or been prescribed medication for any of the following? And you'll go down the list, you'll read everything to them to give them the chance to say yes or no. If it is no to all of them, you'll do this. But yes, you do this when you're on the phone with the client, because this brings you directly to the application.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Any other questions about Navigator?
Amber, what's the difference between Navigator and Funnel? Is it?
That's a good question. So Funnel, they're working on implementing something very similar to Navigator. At the moment, Funnel just has the links to take you to the carrier websites for the application, where Funnel with UHL, SBLI, or sorry, other way around. Funnel takes you to the links to the carrier application. Navigator with like UHL, SBLI, everything's right in Navigator for you to go through the whole application.
And the funnel's a CRM. That's where you call through as well.
Yeah.
So the funnel's a CRM. It's just linked in to the carriers and stuff like the Navigator. But if you're using the funnel, you're answering all those questions in there.
Yeah.
So this feels kind of new, and
it's
it
never
seems
get-
like we just have to get their health information once, as opposed to if I put an application in with the carrier I think is the best for them, and they get denied. This way, you've already got the information pre-filled, and you can just go to the next quote. Is that kind of the advantage of Navigator?
Yeah, that's like the thought behind it, right? So you're not filling it out multiple times. Now, of course, not every carrier is on Navigator, right? So if you're starting with like Americo, things like that, I'm old school. I write down my client's info all day, every day, because I'm not going to remember it. But yeah, the thought process is right. You've already gone through most of the health questions. Now you're just choosing which application. If that one, for whatever reason, doesn't work out, you'll come back in and choose the next one. But Navigator is designed to give you that one place where the ones that they should be approved for will be toward the top.
I have a question, Amber.
Mhm.
When the list comes after you put all the information in, and then the drop down with all the different carriers that come, that last one you did, it showed like 5, 6, maybe 8 different carriers to choose from.
Mhm.
So how do you know which one to choose to give you multiple carriers that will qualify?
So you'll have prepped with your upline before, and they'll kind of give you a good like idea of which direction to go.
Okay, so which carrier do you use in that list?
Well, just in general, right? Like,
Mhm.
sorry, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but they're plowing my whole parking lot right now. So, but yeah, they'll give you a general idea of like, hey, this is what carrier you want to start with, and just kind of work your way down. This way, when you go in Navigator, you know what to look for.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, and the focus, right, really with Symmetry at the moment is on the digital products, which are with UHL, SBLI, AMAM, Banner. There's the Forrester's LiveWell Plus, and then the new Quantum with F&G. So that's what we're really going to focus on, right, is the digital products. Everything else you would write outside of Navigator.
Amber, I please have a question.
Yeah.
On the portion of the prescriptions, I noticed yesterday for one of my clients, I was doing 2 different proposals. I was doing one for all the term products and one for the whole life. And I noticed in the prescriptions, it didn't save to the client. It populated in my previous searches, so I was able to choose the list that I typed in.
Are you
But
talking
how do I
in
get the
funnel?
saved prescriptions? Well, I wanted it to almost save to the person.
Right, but are
like
you talking about in funnel or in Navigator?
Navigator, in Navigator.
So walk me through. Let's see. Mock date of birth. Wow, okay.
86.
Oh,
72.
86.
Whatever.
I was just like, what's a good age? Okay, so you're here. And
Yep.
you were
Ohio.
writing
Yeah, whatever.
it. I'm not going to choose Ohio because it won't let me go forward if I choose Ohio.
Okay, fair enough.
So let's say this is what we were looking at. You hit personalized quote on term.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And then I went through all this, but up in the corner in the prescription lookup.
Oh, here. Okay.
Yes. And it let me choose it. But then when I
Mhm.
went in for a second proposal for that same client, I had to re-enter the prescription info. And I'm worried, say like months pass, how do I get that prescription info to save to them versus in the history of my searches?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think what probably happened, and I could be wrong, is when you switch from term to whole life, it's basically recalculating everything for that client.
Okay.
So that's probably why it didn't carry over.
Okay.
But
But it does consider it in the quote options though, I hope.
yes, yeah. So when you put it
Okay.
in here and it shows you, it's like, oh, okay, they're taking this for, say they're taking Ozempic just for weight loss, not for diabetes, right? They're like, oh, okay, they're
Okay.
taking this, so this might come up as a flag for a carrier, but here's, based on everything else, here's what would be a good option. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
what I personally do, and I'm a little old school, but I have notebooks from all of my clients. So like anytime I run an appointment, all of their info is here. So I can just, it's a matter of finding what notebook they're in, but go back and
Right.
look for the info because I write everything down that they tell me.
Yeah.
Again, a little old school, right? I still keep notes in my funnel, but if for whatever reason funnel or my internet or whatever is not working and the client decides to call me, I still have it in my notes.
Yeah. Hard
that's just-
copy is great.
Yeah, that's just what I do, right? Because again, old school, I like to write it down. That's a good question.
No,
though.
that's helpful because I wasn't sure if it was actually because everything else it looks like it's saving, where
Yeah,
this it almost just looks like it's a reference. So I wanted to make sure that it was actually saving and taking it into account.
yeah. When you're going through it, it's taking it into account. I don't know if it's saving it like to that client profile, so to say, but it's there.
In that
when it's showing you
proposal,
the
it's saving.
options.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could
So
be
helpful.
because they don't want you to save the information because of HIPAA.
Fair.
I don't know how true that is, but I know that in America, that's why the application download process has changed a little. But yes.
I have a question.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm using my mobile device to go to the UHL agent portal, and there's like a thing here that shows an app, a UHL app. Does anybody use the UHL app?
I personally do not, but that would be a great question for Pete when he hops in. He should be here in just a couple of minutes. But
Okay.
if it like, are you talking about like a similar to like the Mutual of Omaha one?
I guess I didn't know Mutual of Omaha had one, but I'm sure it is.
Yeah, so that's what it sounds like, right? I'm sure there's benefits to it. I would definitely ask Pete when he hops in. Because we are going to learn together about UHL. I've written them all of 2 times, so we're going to learn together about everything that they have to offer.
Is anybody else familiar with writing apps on a mobile device? No.
No, let's hear it.
I don't know. I'm trying to learn.
I like it, Garrett. I like it. Any other questions about how to find things in Navigator? Oh, there is another thing I wanted to point out here. If you're wanting to practice the applications, they're all right here. So click learn/demo app, and it brings you through the digital product applications to practice.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So how do we get to Navigator? So let's say, for example, me, I'm new and I'm like, okay, starting. This is something I download onto my computer. This is a software that I download.
Nope, it's in HQ. And
What's
I'll show y'all again. Let me pull it up here. Move y'all out of the way. So again, if we're in HQ, we're gonna click the waffle, and it's gonna be right here in the top right.
Right. So Quility, this is your software, isn't it? Your proprietary. I can't
Say it
just get
again.
on there. Quility is your software, your proprietary software, isn't it?
Quility is the name of the company. That's not a software.
The name of the company. Okay, so how do I get in there? How do I get into HQ?
So are you fully licensed and onboarded?
I'm licensed. I haven't fully. No, I'm not. I'm in between. So I'm like putting in a bird's eye view today.
Okay, so once you get your welcome email from Symmetry, then they give you access to Quility.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're
Hey,
good.
Amber,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
still have to go through the LMS Navigator, correct? To get the certification for that before you can get up on the nav. I know that's how it used to be, but now that they've done this 9 pin, I'm not sure.
I don't know if that's how it still is. I remember that's how it used to be.
Okay.
I don't think it would hurt though, because if I remember right, the video was really short, and it was just like a how-to basically.
Yeah.
So if it's in there, I definitely recommend it because again, it breaks down like the basics and things. I don't know that it's required though to be able to access Navigator because I think they just put it.
I just wasn't sure. Yeah, because I tell all my people go to LMS, get your navigation. So
yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
It's absolutely beneficial if people are still a little. I mean, that's what I went in and rewatched it because I was like, not super familiar with Navigator. So I went in and rewatched it.
Hey,
No,
Amber, just to answer that question real quick, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I do recommend what Amber said is just to go and watch the video, but it's not required. You can you're
it's
able
not
to
now.
no.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good to
Thank
know,
you,
so I
Diana.
won't tell anybody. But I do think it's good to watch all of the stuff on LMS because it gives you a basic understanding.
100%, my friend.
Yeah.
But thanks, Diana.
Yeah. So
You're welcome.
e-application practice. Again, y'all go here. I highly recommend, please don't practice on your client when you're writing the application. Please practice on yourself or the mock clients they put in there. So go in and try them all, try whichever ones, and just do that mock application. It goes through everything for you. It takes you into a sandbox version, but it goes through the same application for you.
So Amber, just to clarify, when we're prepping for an appointment with someone, we need to be going in both funnel and navigator to get the best rate for them. Is that right? Because not everyone is in navigator, right?
So now, yes, I would say use funnel to kind of save your notes and things. And as you get more practice with what products make the most sense, then you'll kind of know where to go. Funnel will give you recommendations. It still has all of the list, but when you're applying for any of the digital products, use Navigator.
Okay.
Good question.
Thank you.
Good question.
Is there a cost for Navigator?
No.
Okay.
Thankfully, Quility is our parent company, so all the tech that they create and implement for us, there's not a cost associated with it.
Will Navigator one day take the place of funnel?
Navigator is not a dialer or a CRM. It's just an application process.
So is funnel your CRM?
It's a CRM, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. So I just had to retest this week and I just passed my test on Tuesday.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Do I have to wait? So I was messing around with Navigator and I found the part where you're able to do the demo apps. Do I have to wait until I'm appointed with all the carriers to be able to do the demo?
To do the demo, no.
Okay, because when I went into the demo, I went into demo app, and then I just picked the first one, the American Amicable. I did start test drive, and then it has you put your name. And when I put my name, it says put a real agent's name, and it won't let me continue.
So it should just pick up right here, right into the. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, interesting. Test drive agent is the agent name you would use.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. I was like, wait a minute. It's supposed to just use the test drive.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, I do work here, I promise.
Yeah. So in the test drive, the agent and client will be test drive. It'll be at the top here. So
Awesome.
in the sandbox version, it'll show you exactly what's going on and who you're portraying when you're doing which part of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Couple more minutes. Pete said he'll be here shortly. Any other questions about navigating things in Navigator?
Hey, Abra, I just joined.
There he is. Hey, Pete.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Thank you for joining us.
No, you're for having me. Yep.
I like it. So we have a couple of test clients here for us, Pete.
Awesome.
These four at the top are going to be some, well, maybe not this one, but these two right here. These two right here are going to be our test clients. I had the audience kind of give me some mock health conditions, so we got some good stuff to work with.
All right, let's get. How about let's just kind of roll through it and kind of walk and talk. She kind of go through.
Right.
I think as you navigate this, kind of what I want you guys to be able to pick up on is UHL, and especially our digital product here. It's going to be great for once you identify any health impairments. That is really our wheelhouse. And I know the final expense space is getting more and more competitive, but we've been at this for a long time, and we've worked really hard with Symmetry to develop a really good product for you guys to help you guys navigate. I know like last year at Engage in Denver, Pope was talking about the digital products. They're really there to be a GPS unit for you guys as these you do the pre-screening questions and you enter in those health impairments. It's going to navigate you guys to the correct digital product, whether that's going to be Banner or AMAM or within us. It's there to help you out, make things easier. And I was even looking at some numbers yesterday during the national call before Ditson started talking about digital products. And over the past 2 weeks, I've definitely seen more apps being accepted on the digital product. So there's fewer declines. And so it's a very positive sign. If you've never been used our digital product on Navigator, the results for the especially the past 2 weeks, which I realize is a smaller sample size, but it's very positive. Things are sticking, and that's what even Brandon was talking about a few weeks ago.
That's awesome. I love that. I love it. Okay, so this guy, they said that he has diabetes and COPD, so we're gonna roll. Okay. So if you, I don't know if you want to kind of talk through what might be beneficial with this product, with him having, or what he would probably qualify for even.
Yeah, especially with like diabetes. I mean, it was kind of one of the wheelhouses that we built for diabetes, and we've kind of added these other health impairments as well. Our overall underwriting philosophy is we're looking for the condition and not necessarily the medication, because I know medication can be prescribed for multiple purposes right now. I mean, even some of the GLP-1, it's diabetes or weight loss or for something else. And so many of those medications. So we're looking at overall condition. And the beauty of our underwriting, it is designed to be instant issue, but we know that there are some gray areas. And so that gives an opportunity if there's something that's from the prescription history that might not match a little bit with the answers on this application. It'll have like an underwriter. So I actually have a live person be able to look at it within less than a day to be able to either approve it or ask for some additional questions just for clarification. And so you kind of got a little bit of the best of both worlds, where it can be instant issue, but knowing that sometimes medical conditions are a little bit of a gray area, like why are they taking a certain prescription? Like what is the root cause of that diagnosis? So that's what we're looking for. And really our overall philosophy when it comes to the product, since it is the application has 4 products baked into one application. It's a little over 25 medical questions. It's if you want to think about like for tiers to help you out for our greater product, which is the express issue, that is going to be ideal for somebody that, let's say, had a cancer diagnosis or a heart attack within like 12 to 24 months. Once it's past that 24 months, you're looking at day one coverage. And that's going to be our day one coverage, and that's going to be for our deluxe products. And you're at that point between 2 and 5 years. And then once you're starting like plus 5 years, that it could be a good product for our Premier. And also remember, like most of our products only have a 2-year look back periods. And our express issue, we're only going back 1 year. So it's very friendly for you guys as the agents, as well as for the clients to help you guys get coverage. And because it's all those products are baked into one, that's where I see a lot of very successful Symmetry agents leverage this application. If you know somebody has some health impairments, but you're kind of uncertain if they could get applied with somebody else, knowing that the digital product here has 4 products built into it, and it's going to automatically pivot and find that right coverage for you guys. It's so beneficial. I mean, some of the feedback I've gotten over the past week, people using the digital products is I was used to using another carrier. I tried your digital products. I got the Premier plan, which I wasn't expecting, and it was $20 cheaper than what I thought it would be. So there's a lot of great feedback coming in, if leveraging this product correctly and answering those questions.
I love that. Okay, so just to make sure I'm getting the tiers right? It's all under, oh my goodness, I lost you on camera, but it's all under the express issue, right?
Correct. Yeah, I mean, there's the digital the application. There's the 4 products. So the top of the line will be a Premier, and so that's ages 20 to 80, and they can go up to 100,000 in coverage.
That's huge.
And then, yep. And then once you go into the deluxe tier, you're still looking at age range of 20 to 80, but the max face amount is going to be up to 50,000. And that's going to be like a 2-year look back for somebody like cancer, stroke, like lupus, bipolar, schizophrenia. So there's going to be a lot of health impairments where you're still going to get day 1 coverage up to 50,000. And then you're going to go into our graded products, and that's between 25 and 80. And then get a max face amount up to 25,000. And that's going to be just that 1-year look back period. And it's ideal for somebody that's like 1 year post like stroke or heart failure or something like that has a higher level of risk impairment, because you're up to table 16 for the underwriting table.
That's awesome.
And then if you do a video call right now, it can then also move on to a guaranteed issue product. And that is between 45 and 75 right now, which is a 25,000. So if you're doing a video call, that's where it gives you the option for such a wide range of coverage, where you can get somebody where you know you're going to be able to get coverage. And we worked really hard with Symmetry to look at the pricing structure. And so have a very fair pricing plan, monthly plan for the clients that should be able to work within their budgets.
That's awesome. So, I mean, that's huge, right? For a final expense up to 100,000. Like,
yes,
that is huge. It's a game changer for our clients.
It really is. And just knowing that it's there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then just kind of like a couple of common health conditions that we kind of see. When someone, say they do have just COPD, but they're not on oxygen, what does that kind of look like for them?
It most likely be our express issue product. So that is going to be a graded product where you can get that 25,000 coverage. But I want you guys to also realize, and this is where you can think a little bit selfish when you're an agent, because I know you guys are in it for the money, and that might be for some of your why. Your comp is not going to decrease once it goes to a graded. So your comp is going to stay the same, whether it's the Premier, Deluxe, or Express issue. And one of the benefits of the digital product is you guys have the highest final expense comp there. So, I mean, you have a lot of incentive to utilize and leverage this product.
That's, wow. Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
I have a question. So,
yes.
Okay, somebody gets a $25,000 policy. That could be whole life or term, right?
This will be a whole life.
UHL whole life. Is whole life. Yeah.
Whole life. Now, if you want to, after a period of time, you want to increase the amount from 25,000 maybe to 50,000. Is it possible to do that?
With us in this product, they would need to have a separate application.
You have to have a separate application.
Correct.
And like let's just say for like a term product, because I got a term product for myself, so that's what I was qualified for. So I wanted to know about, like, after the 10 years, is there possible, can I get a return of premium?
So UHL doesn't have any term products. UHL.
Well, I mean, is okay. I'm with
We do.
Yeah, we do have some
digital product,
term, not on the digital platform. Yeah.
Okay, but it's possible to get the return of premium with the term life insurance if it's not used. I mean, if I don't drop dead or something.
Right. We have a outside the digital product, we do have a 20-year term return of premium products that could be useful in that situation. But that is directly on our carrier website. That's not in Navigator. But I think we're one of the few companies still out there that has a ROP, exclusive ROP, not an IUL.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, that's huge though. Like same comp, no matter if it goes graded or not.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then for the GIWL, is that still the same application or is that directly on the UHL website?
No, it's on. It's all digital for you guys, so you can do that through Navigator, and it's if you guys want to just do GIWL, well, you know that's what it's going to be. That is an option where you can just say, I only want GIWL, and then there'll be no other medical questions answered.
That's awesome.
So, and Ditson kind of let the cat out of the bag. We are doing some refresh to the GIWL, which should be coming out later this year, which will make it a little bit more friendly for you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
To help you guys out as well.
That's awesome. It's going down to 45 or 40?
Yep, that is the plan, and I think we're also working to remove the video call element too, so they can all be done over the phone.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Another benefit of constantly using digital products, we get so much brilliant feedback from all your writing agents. It helps us and make it easier to continue to develop and enhance these products as well.
That's awesome. Okay, so I have another mock client. Well, that's a good question, Nikki. She said, is that video call same day or is it scheduled?
It can be whenever it's scheduled you want. It just needs to be when you're doing the application, either at the start of the application or at some point during that. So before you hit that final submit of the application, we just want you to do that video call and be able to mark that on the cover memo that you completed the video call.
Is that only on the guaranteed, Pete, or all of?
That is only on the guaranteed.
Okay.
And that's only if it has to go guaranteed?
Correct.
Okay.
So
if you
that's
check that little box that says I want to do guaranteed.
Yeah. So I mean that's typically some of the feedback I get was like, why don't you just go guaranteed issue? It's because it wasn't that a video call. So if you know that person has those higher impairments and you're not too sure, I'm going to encourage you to just hop on, do a quick video call. It might just be 5 minutes, just to have like initial meet and greet, verify their identity. And then if it's easier for the client, you can then do the rest on the phone, but just be able to start off and just say, hey, yeah, we're able to do a portion video call, which will then open it up, the guaranteed issue for you.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so things like, what are some, right? So ideally, right, a healthy person is probably going to qualify for Premier, but what are some health issues or prescription or medications that they might be on? And I know y'all focus more on the health issue than you do the prescription, but what are some things that maybe other carriers might flag as a health condition that y'all would still?
I think right now our big advantage we have is some of the mental health conditions.
Okay.
So bipolar, major depression, schizophrenia, we're going to have coverage for. And a lot of it will be day one coverage.
Okay.
So the mental health is something that we are offering, which is huge. Sickle cell anemia, lupus, ALS. Those are some major conditions that we're able to find coverage for. Even some like non-medical. Do you guys come across individuals that have like prior felonies?
Yes.
Bad driving records?
Yeah, bad driving
suicide
records.
attempts?
Amber?
Hey, no.
So,
oh, wait, that would have been Joe. Sorry.
Yeah, that's our upline, not me.
Yeah. But those are like those non-medical are sometimes just as crucial as those medical conditions. And so if we're like, let's say a DUI, if it's within 2 years, they can qualify for a deluxe or express issue.
Okay.
And so you can still get them coverage for that. And for like a felony conviction, if it's kind of within 7 to 10 years, you're still looking at or deluxe or express issue. So you could be potentially getting them day one coverage with a felony conviction. And I know from feedback from talking to agents that can be a bit sticky and cause like friction in getting them coverage. So that's beneficial. So I don't want you, there's a lot of medical, but we've also engineered this digital product to include those non-health issues that can sometimes cause friction for you guys.
Oh, that's awesome. And then kind of on that felony, right? Is there any like stipulations around parole or anything like that?
If they're on parole too, that's included.
Okay. That's awesome. And then I know we have on occasion, right, given whatever state people are working in, some people are here on a visa. Do y'all take visas instead of like an active social if they have an ITIN?
We don't do the ITN, but for they'll need like a social, an SSN, if they're a non-resident or non-citizen.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, the mental health is huge, right? Because like
it is.
A lot of people, I mean, they might be on medication or whatever and they're fine, but some carriers like, no.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Anybody have any questions?
I actually do, Amber, and it might be silly, but just to make sure and clarify, as you're entering the information for your client, the options that they might have, is that going to pop up automatically as you're writing it or as you're looking for that product?
It will show up at the very end. If you want a good example, on our portal, we have a paper application, which has all the questions listed, and it's based on categories. And so it's all like yes, no, which will break it out that way. So if you want to have that pulled up, like as you're going through that, it'll give you a mental clue of like what they'll qualify for. But it's designed at the very end to pop it up. During the pre-screen questions, it's going to populate which one it's anticipated to qualify for. But that's anticipated, and that's without running like the MIB codes or prescription histories and the medical stuff at the very end of the application. So,
thank you, appreciate it.
Oh, for the guaranteed issue, are there any conditions that, aside from age, that would not allow someone to be covered under guaranteed issue?
Yep. Right now, it's AIDS is one, but we're working on removing that. And the others, it's I don't know if anybody else will cover it. It's more dealing with mental capacity, and so like dementia, Alzheimer's, those are the ones that want to be considered. But that deals with, can that individual actually enter in a legal contract?
Okay, gotcha.
One more question: what about alcohol or drug rehab?
Yeah, we have included that as well. I think if you're looking, depending on the severity of it, I think one of the questions was within the past 6 months. We might have to see if there's anything else going on with that, because that could range on whether it's like express issue or it could be one of those deluxe or premier.
I have a quick question that maybe has been answered. If somebody's going through the navigator and answering all the questions right in the navigator, should it guide them for the majority of the time to the right program with you guys, as far as is it going to be deluxe or what
It will.
Okay.
And that's really having a waterfall application.
Right.
It's what it will do by answering the yes, no questions.
Okay. So we'll know the rate, what it should be right prior to getting the applications through the navigator.
Correct. You will.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
That was a good question in the chat too. If a person's on Suboxone, can they get covered if they're sober?
Like how many years out? Everyone would probably know more. Because it would be able to get covered, but I think it's depending on like how many years they've been utilizing that will be like what category they're going to fall into.
Okay. That's awesome.
I think another thing to also understand a little bit about underwriting is we want the individual to have a history of actually going to the doctor. So if they haven't seen a doctor in 10 years, it's probably going to get flagged for referral, and the chances are they could be declined because we are assuming a lot of risk, and we want to have like a history of that. So we want to see them be able to visit a doctor or physician within the past like 2 to 3 years, and be able to list out who that doctor is.
Okay. Yeah, that's major, right? Like if they're not going to the doctor, who knows what they might have.
Right.
So you won't be covered for like any policy if you haven't seen a doctor, because personally, I don't care for doctors. So
yeah, I mean, we're going to want them to have a doctor listed, because that is one of the questions. List out who their doctor is.
Okay.
Yeah, because right, from the insurance company perspective, right? Say they pass tomorrow and it's like family history of heart attack or
right.
they've had high cholesterol for years untreated, right? Like,
yeah,
it's a red flag. So for sure. Well, awesome. And I know, Pete, we got some pretty cool stuff coming as far as like swag and like the trip.
We do. Yeah. So right now, just to further incentivize you guys for the next until like February 5th, or through the first week of February, we're doing a little promo, and all you have to do is have 2 active policies, 2 issue paid, and we're going to send out some UHL apparel to you guys, some UHL socks, to keep you guys warm in the winter, ready for Knoxville or Denver later this year. Just because we know what you guys do is hard, and so we want to reward you, and we want it to make it attainable for everybody. Another reason why we want to do that within 2 is because if you're consistently writing like 1 to 2 UHL products, and especially on the digital platform weekly, you're going to be in great position to qualify for our incentive trip, because we're going to take the top 40, and for writing agents, it's just 60,000 in premium. And so I've kind of done the reverse math, and I was like, and that's why I said if you average like 1 a week, you're going to be in a good position to go. And so we're headed to Mexico, south of Cancun, a 5-star resort. We're going to actually have about half of the hotel blocked just for the center trip. So it's going to be unlike any other Mexico trip you've ever experienced with. Our travel vendor works with several professional sports teams, and it's one of their top resorts that they like to go back to in the off season. So it's a very high end, very exclusive to make you feel special and reward yourself. So I encourage you to go for it, because you could potentially qualify for 2 trips, one for Symmetry by writing our digital products, and then you stay at the same pace, you qualify for UHL, and through the next 3 months, you get $50 lead credits. So
yeah,
it's kind of a win-win-win, and we're throwing in a little bit of apparel. So I think you guys should be highly incentivized to use the digital products that you guys have, that Symmetry has poured so much in to make you guys life so easier. And what you guys have within the industry, it's one of a kind. It's going to just leverage and take everybody to the next level, that PhD level, to be able to knock it out of the park and crush it this year.
Dude, that's awesome. So 60,000 in APV.
Yes, premium.
What's the time frame?
It's a calendar year, so you have until December 31st. So you have plenty of time. So really, everybody should be on track right now. So just keep that momentum going. It's slow and steady. You don't have to try to qualify within 45 days. You got the full year, so you can leverage it, qualify for a couple different trips with some other carriers.
Awesome.
And because I know, like with UHL, you're probably not going to be using us every day, but I think throughout the week, as you're doing your dials and presentations, you're going to find clients where it's going to match, and realize like you might have thought it was only for those really last resort cases, but we do have that extra band that is going to get coverage that is very feasible for the client's budgets and that top comp for you guys. And I don't want you guys to forget about like that comp. I mean, because you can't be selfish for this as well.
Like,
yeah.
Selfishly, we get the top comp,
yeah.
And for every application that we write in digital platform after 5, we get $50 lead credit per application.
Yeah.
So that's huge, right? Like
It is.
pop comp,
Take
lead
advantage.
credit, a trip, socks. I like
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm excited. I'm coming
You
to
should
Mexico,
be.
Pete.
Go for it. Go for it.
That's
I have a
awesome.
question. I'm sorry if this is already answered. I was poking through the test drive on Navigator while we were talking. Is it just a guaranteed issue product through UHL that's offered through Navigator?
No, it's all of our whole life products.
Okay, because it's just a guaranteed issue for if I wanted to specifically choose UHL on
It's the same
Learn.
application. I
It's the
think
same
it
app.
just chooses the guaranteed issue to make it easier for like the test drive.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's for all the critical period type stuff that we do.
Mhm.
Okay, so just the test drive is just limited, it looks like, to guaranteed issue for UHL.
It's just the same application. It just says guaranteed issue.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and dropped in my email address and cell phone number. So if you guys get any questions in the coming days or weeks or months, don't hesitate to reach out to me. It's something that I've kind of witnessed. Some of the lead agents and lead producers, they're not afraid to develop a relationship with the carrier reps. That something pops up and you're uncertain, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Can definitely help you out. Do risk assessments or any questions about if you're building or any commission statements or anything in the future.
That's awesome. Anybody have any other questions for Pete? Feel free to unmute and ask away. I mean, sounds like you did a great job to me, Pete. I'm excited.
Thank you. That's
I'm very
great.
excited.
Well, look forward to seeing everybody. It's what, a little over a month till Knoxville?
Yeah, just over a month in Knoxville.
Yep.
Y'all be sure to pop by Pete's booth and say hello. I mean, I know in Denver, I was just kind of like walking by and looking, and you're like, ah, and you're like handing me my sauce. I was like, oh, thank you.
Yep.
So definitely pop by, say hi, build relationships with our carriers, because I mean, it's cool to hang out and go on trips and get to know and build those relationships.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, thank you,
All
Pete,
right.
for
Great
hopping on.
Thank
information,
you.
Pete.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, y'all
Well,
have a great rest of your day.
Have a
and
great day. Good luck
let's
with
go get some
appointments.
lead credit.